Okay, there it is. It's tricky. Okay, so ready to go. Good afternoon, everyone. I call to order this special meeting and executive session of the Scottsdale Unified School District Governing Board. The date is June 26, 2018, and the time is 12:01. We'll start with a roll call from my far right.
Sandy Kravitz.
That's after the roll call, sorry.
Allison Beckham. Pam Kirby.
Barbara Perleberg. Board Member Hartman will be joining us as we convene an executive session. We do have a quorum, and if we'll all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. So I will make a motion at this time that the Governing Board convene an executive session for the following agenda items. 3A, pursuant to ARS Section 38431.03A1 and A3, discussion or consideration of employment and evaluation of general counsel, and discussion or consultation with the Governing Board's attorneys for legal advice regarding same. The general counsel has been provided written notice of this executive session in compliance with ARS 38431.03A1. Agenda item 3B, pursuant to ARS 38431.03A1, discussion or consideration of employment, assignment, appointment, promotion, and/or salary of site administrator to position of interim principal of Coronado High School. The site administrator has been provided written notice of this executive session in compliance with ARS 38431.03A1. Agenda item 3C, pursuant to ARS 38431.03A1, discussion or consideration of employment, assignment, appointment, promotion, and/or salary of candidates for the position of Assistant Superintendent for Secondary Schools. Candidates that will be discussed have been provided written notice of this executive session in compliance with ARS 38431.03A1. 3D, pursuant to ARS 38431.03A3 and 4, discussion or consultation with the Governing Board's attorneys for legal advice and in order to consider its position and instruct its attorneys regarding negotiation of contracts for the acting principal and assistant superintendent for secondary schools position. 3E, pursuant to ARS 38431.03A3 and 4, discussion or consultation with the Governing Board's attorneys for legal advice and in order to consider its position and instruct its attorneys regarding State of Arizona versus Scottsdale Unified School District, Hunt and Caraway, and Brian Robichaux. 3F, pursuant to ARS 38431.03A3 and 4, discussion or consultation with the Governing Board's attorneys for legal advice and in order to consider its position and instruct its attorneys regarding amendment to dedication of land to Scottsdale Unified School District by DMB near Copper Ridge School. 3G, pursuant to ARS 38431.03A3 and 4, discussion or consultation with the Governing Board's attorneys for legal advice and in order to consider its position and instruct its attorneys regarding contract for custodial services with ABM Janitorial through 1GPA. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Board Member Kirby. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 4-0. We will convene an executive session. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. The time is 3:07, and our board is convened in a special meeting currently, and we will take action item regarding that special meeting. And following that will be our public hearing and regular meeting right after. So all board members are present. We do have a quorum. We are going to, as discussed in executive session, we're going to table to our next board meeting in August, action item 5A, approve of evaluation instrument for general counsel. We have no action for item 5B. So our next action item 5C, to approve amendment to dedication of land to Scottsdale Unified School District by DMB near Copper Ridge. Do I have a motion? Board, do I have a motion? Board Member Hartman?
I move to accept the amendment to dedication of land to Scottsdale Unified School District by DMB near Copper Ridge School.
All right. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Board Member Kravitz. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 5-0. All right. We then move to action item 5D, approval of 3-month contract for 1 GPA for cooperative purchasing. Do I have a motion? Board Member Beckham.
I move to approve a 3-month contract with 1 GPA for cooperative purchasing for janitor purchasing.
All right, thank you. Do I have a second?
Well, before we,
yes.
should we explain why we're only doing a 3-month contract?
We could, Dr. Creekard or Miss.
We are approving that contract with 1 GPA for 3 months only so that we can continue our negotiations and with the company that cleans our buildings and come to agreement and only increase that contract for 3 months as well with certain stipulations because it was discovered at a late date before we could go out for new bids and set a new contract, and so this is a temporary measure just to get us into the situation where we will have bids out and receive the information and come back to the board with a permanent long-term contract with a company that will clean the schools. And we have to do that through 1 GPA because 1 GPA was the cooperative that was used in the original bid for ABM.
Okay. Board Member Kirby, did you
Yeah.
follow up
So
question?
we have other vendors that we work with under the 1 GPA contract as well in other areas. So are we actively working to issue RFPs on our own or through other cooperatives
Yes, we
for
are.
those? Okay, thank you.
Okay. Any other questions, comments? Okay, we do have a motion on the table. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Board Member Kirby. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 5-0. Right, and we are tabling action item 5E for a special meeting that has been scheduled for 3 p.m. this Thursday at the MDA. So at this point, do I have a motion to adjourn our special meeting?
So moved.
Thank you, Board Member Kirby. A second?
Second.
Thank you, Board Member Kravitz. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 5-0. We'll adjourn our special meeting and then directly start our regular meeting. Public hearing.